Alrighty here. In the top corner of Circuit Breakers for our last set of the night, it is the Purple Terran, Qikz. Sorry, I'm joking about his in-game tag. That is interesting. Star Valk, and
he hits us with the ZZ, a reference to backhoe.
Okay, there we go. And the yellow Protoss in the other corner, it is PsyonicReaver. I want to say a quick word about PsyonicReaver. PsyonicReaver, some of you may know, is the Pan-American Team League.
Isn't it PsyonicReaver?
Yeah.
Yes. What did I say? Psychic?
He's probably quite upset right now because he was complaining about
I'm sorry.
getting his name right.
PsyonicReaver.
Wait, would you call him Psychic Reaver?
Maybe I've been doing that accidentally for a while. Anyways, he organized the Pan-American Team League last year, about this time. It was a sick league. You know, kind of fell off halfway through. But was a really hype league, had some really great matches. SK Seoul were some big teams back then, UMG. But he's done a lot for the community over the years. He's getting back into it now. After the Pan American Team League, I didn't think he'd be around a ton, but he's come back for CPL. He had some really good casts with Flash for the Win.
I think he's casting one later tonight.
Yeah, so be sure to check him out. And he's just a great guy for the scene. Been around for a while, and big fan of him. Show him some love, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And about that Pan American Team League, what wasn't he saying something about a potential
yeah, I mean,
second
I don't
one?
want to jump the gun on that, but we could.
I'm not trying to really hype it up. He said it would take some time.
Yeah, he said it's a possibility of it happening.
And obviously, yeah, he's a great guy for the supporting the, because there wasn't really like CPL or anything going on. Kind of got things going.
There was definitely a gap between the CPL, what some people call Season 2, which the Master, that one, which a lot of people call Season 1 now, and then the iteration of Pysan. So, yeah. Oh, Dark Matter saying, what's the score? This is the first game of PsyonicReaver versus Qikz.
And so that was a 12 next.
Yeah.
And Terran going for a gas first as well, not a Rax FE. So he could put on a lot of pressure here. That's definitely an option if he figures it out, and he's already scouted it actually. So we could see that oh so popular Marine Vulture pressure coming out.
Yeah. All right, first factory just coming down. So yeah, we'll have to see. I think he generally. Okay, yeah, Cyber right there. PBT.
Ooh,
I have seen people go for the 2 gates immediately, but that's definitely not a good option.
Oh wait, so this isn't PBZ?
No, it's PBT.
I don't know
why
I said that. Just yeah, that was a mistake.
You're trying to throw him off. Yeah, he tried to get that bunker down, but PsyonicReaver diligently just said, "No, you're not going to bunker rush me. Get out of my natural nerd."
Let's see if he's true to his name.
But he's psionic. He knows what his opponent's doing, or like
no, if
can cast Side Storm.
No, if he gets a couple, if we see a shuttle that has 2 High Templar and a Reaver, a Psionic Reaver.
Yeah.
Psionic Reaver drop.
No, it's Dark Archon Reaver. You get a Dark Archon Reaver shuttle. You
mind control your own Reaver.
Nukes.
No, mind control SCV.
Yeah,
of course. Actually, the best thing, my favorite thing that mind control their science vessels.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, I mean, but then what do you do? Like, none of the spells are useful against Bio.
No, you defense matrix your stuff.
Against mech, I mean. Oh,
defense matrix your zealots.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah. Or EMP their science vessels.
Ooh. Irradiate their SCVs.
That's true.
Go do a razor trick on Terran, see how they like it.
Okay, the Vulture coming in here. There's one Zealot. Gets 1 swipe off.
The Vulture's about to come out. Let's see how many probes he can kill.
Infinity micro
one, yeah.
Ooh, he does get it off with the Zealot. Ooh, and a nice ramp block.
Unfortunately, not able to focus fire the right probe, so...
Oh, no,
he might not even get a single one. Nice Mineral Walk. Disrupting that. Looks like a DT rush coming out of PsyonicReaver, actually. A Vulture getting in and scouting that would have been totally key, but he's not going to know.
Yeah, that was down. This is down and dirty.
And he's gone straight into a tank, unfortunately. So he's not going to get Vulture Mines immediately. His academy is coming up, but I'm not sure Scan's going to be ready in time. This could be brutal for Qikz if he doesn't figure out what's going on soon.
Well, you sure we don't want to call him Porn Star Valk?
Yeah, okay, let's call him that. It could be brutal for Porn Star Valk.
Alright. So, we do have... This could be a drop, I think. Based on the starport in the top right corner of the base.
Unfortunately, if he loads up all his units and runs away, it doesn't help him against...
yeah, it doesn't help him at the 2 DTs that are about to be coming. And a photon cannon in the main coming up for PsyonicReaver.
And still getting a second tank. No Vulture Mines on the horizon. Thing is, if he can survive the DTs but take some damage, having the drop is nice to try and like do some damage back and claw your way back in. But I'm not sure how this is going to go for him. He's still at the start of his comp stats, even though his academy's done. Oh dear, goes for another SCV instead. That could be critical for him.
Another factory coming up. Is this a third factory?
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah, 2 factories.
So obviously no eBay, no comp sets.
I mean, if he just starts the comp stats, but no, it's too late. The DTs are almost here. Even if he starts them right now, a lot's going to happen.
I think PsyonicReaver just went in and saw no comm sets and no turrets.
Yeah. And no mines. He was trying to clear mines there mostly, I think. But yeah, seeing no comm stat, he knows. Here he comes. He's just going to go straight in there. He can take out both these tanks as well, even.
He could really just...
That's an interesting choice.
He really should just take out the comm sets.
Well, it's tough though, because you've got two
yeah.
building at once. You only got 2 DTs. I think going for the tanks would be the fine choice. He just shut down that other factory building. He's going for a lot of SCVs in the main.
I think this is plenty fine.
Yeah, this is lots of damage, but Qikz isn't going to die because those comm stats will go down. Needs a bit of micro, 2 tanks and 2 DTs, but he could definitely take him out. But see, the thing is, PsyonicReaver can run away when the DTs and be super annoying now. Oh, and more DTs come in. Oh no, this is not looking good at all.
Yeah, he did not stop Reaver production. There's a third going down for PsyonicReaver as well.
And that's both his scans. What can he do now? He spent both his scans, and he only got 2 out of the 4 DTs. So now he's screwed pretty much. These DTs can come and take out these tanks. It looks like that's what they might do. Mines isn't quite finished either.
Yeah, no eBay was able to finish.
Mine's almost done. He needs to keep this Vulture alive. The DTs are hunting it. Okay, mine's finishing just now. Let's see if he can actually get it done. But the Dragoon Busty in the front as well.
Ooh.
He does get that mine down. That's actually a big deal. But that DT survived.
Oh, he lost.
Oh, wow.
The there.
Third base is going down for PsyonicReaver though. And with the low SCV count Terran has, Protoss is just way ahead.
Ooh, the higher energy comm set is going to be killed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And the tanks are going down.
Yeah.
He didn't even use the mana.
The mines. This could be brutal. Is he gonna activate them? Oh, so close to triggering. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh,
oh that was so good.
And there's the GG. Handling him with DTs.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that was dirty.
This is what I meant when I was saying, like, you know, Terran can survive, but it's going to do a lot of damage. You can just play around with the Terran if you do it right and just crush them like that.
Now, this is something which I miss because, you know, a lot of our coaches in CPL been kind of learning off of Korean builds, so it's very meta-ish. So we've been seeing a lot of people trying to emulate those builds. But PsyonicReaver, he used to play a lot more in the older days when the meta wasn't quite as established. So we had a lot more aggressive builds like that come out, kind of wackier stuff today. You know, kind of we see some stuff from Telecom like that, the top foreigners, and it doesn't quite...
Tell me what else we see from Telecom other than aggressive stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But I like it seeing this kind of different foreigner meta than Koreans, than a lot of players at this level, which is good, just trying to emulate the Korean builds. But PsyonicReaver pulling out these builds, they're nice. I mean, 12, I haven't even seen 12 Nexus. It's been a long time. I've seen 28 Nexus for just pretty much every PvT.
Oh, well,
it's been popular on CB for a while.
It's true.
12 Nexus, that is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you just usually, if a Terran scouts that, they go for some sort of a really aggressive, you know, you can even see aggressive stuff like bunker rushes, but obviously that was held off pretty handily. It was kind of like a fake, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he would have loved to get it up, but he probably wasn't too surprised that Protoss just dealt with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, StarCraft in chat saying Panamerican Team League is possible end of next year. So this is cool.
Exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I saw him say in the chat. That's the only reason I mentioned it.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like the Panamerican Team League came at a really good time. It was right after Remastered hit. So it definitely brought a lot of hype to Remastered. It kind of, there was some petering out in the winter time. There were still a lot of issues with the BNet lag and different things like that. But
yeah,
I really think that the Panamerican Team League did a lot to help the foreign scene get going again, like I think it has now. So a lot of credit to that league for, going on for different things like this CPL, SKTL, different things like that were new things in the foreign scene.
Yeah, sort of predecessor.
The OG.
Like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
So, okay, so obviously we have the loser picking the map, right? So are Terrans deciding to go with Polaris Rhapsody?
Interesting.
What are your thoughts as a Terran on this map?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure about it yet. It seems like the 3 and 9 bases are like easier to push than they look, and that's worked out pretty well for me usually in my games. Yeah, okay, let me put it this way. I think I have like a higher than other map win rate against Protoss on this map, but I'm not really quite sure why. It just works out one way or another.
Okay, so this is a very early probe. Proxy gates.
This could be Proxy 99.
Could be gas steal, could be proxy gates. I mean, but this early, I think it's proxy gates.
Especially because it's going to.
Well, he's not going to the main, so it must be.
Now, I just had a talk with Dragon about this. Proxy 99.
Whoa! You can't go giving away Team Beast secrets.
Well, Team Beast doesn't exist anymore, man. We won. We're too good for the league. So they retired us.
But you were having a discussion about the proxy gates and their strengths on certain maps. You know. I think that was against Zerg though.
Both actually.
Oh, look, Qikz is going to go for the wall. If he gets it up, then proxy gates just going to be completely negated here.
Yeah, I mean, if the wall gets up, then there's not a ton he can do unless the repair is sloppy or something.
That's why I really like walling off against Protoss, because if they do this and you're walled, they pretty much just lose a lot of the time.
Yeah, I don't really understand people not walling against Protosses.
It's more economical if you don't have to walk the SCVs over there, and in theory later in the game, getting your army back in for recalls is easier, but to me, those benefits really don't outweigh just negating this kind of cheese.
Well, I think a lot of people have figured out it most of the time. You're not getting proxy 2-gated. If they're going with a forward, if they're attacking with zealots, you kind of can just micro marines with the barracks and supply depot placement. Now, obviously, if you're getting proxy gated, that's...
He figures out, he sees this probe and he thinks, right, you're up to something. Let me just put down this depot now.
Yeah. I would have loved to see a pylon there. StarCraft could have dropped one.
Yeah, that can be really brutal for Terran to deal with. But honestly, I don't know what StarCraft actually does from here, because as long as Qikz is on top of the replays, then this is just held. He might, okay, he's just going to still make 2 zealots, because one option, even though it's really not a good option, but what good options are there at this point, is you just make one, let it go, and go back and try and play your normal game, but it's not a good position.
Now, that supply depot, if the zealot gets up there...
No, the SCV's going to start finishing it now.
Okay, yeah.
You build stuff pretty quick. And if he picks off the SCV, maybe, but I don't think there's any way he can stop it from finishing. The Marine is not started, though? That's a problem. He just wanted that fastest possible factory timing, I guess. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he can get it done, but as long as he gets a repair down and has SCVs...
Here we go. This is the RNG of the...
Yeah, that's right. We're playing RNG now. So, I guess he could get a couple SCVs out of this. But no, actually, Qikz is smartly just going to wait. Oh, no, there he goes, trying again.
Okay, PsyonicReaver. Sorry, I keep saying that. Somebody said that.
Oh, you gotta do that, man. An SCV might go down in the factory, though. SCV on the factory is gonna get picked off. Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
Well, he's going for that Nexus, see? He's only made the 2.
Oh my goodness.
He's not investing in it anymore. He's just gonna pressure the Terran and go for his own Nexus, which I think is smart, because there's no way he gets in here.
Right, that was...
He has forced a lot of lost mining and delayed the factory.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Terran's command center certainly hasn't started, so maybe it isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, I think a like lower level player just completely commits and just builds a bunch of zealots.
Yeah,
that's
for sure,
me.
for sure.
Or me, yeah. Okay, we do have the Marine actually trying to take out this.
Oh, here's the problem though. If he just makes one Vulture and sends it to StarCraft's main, there is literally nothing StarCraft can do.
He is blocking it off though.
Oh, that's okay. Fair enough. He's probably gonna have time, but he has no gate in his main. He's making a forge. I guess he's gonna have to cannon it. Because the thing is, if he walls off and he has no gate there, how can a Dragoon get home? I guess it can come to the outside of the wall and chase it away, but still, it's a tough time for Protoss.
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep the zealots here, and if a Vulture comes out, he'll place a pylon.
Okay.
Yeah, his forge is fast too, so getting it cannon, so it's kind of that pervious.
Also, I think he's just going to, well, he might just cannon this, but he should just continue producing out of these two gates until the Terran destroys it. Like, no reason not to.
Yeah, I suppose so. You can start making Dragoons over his side of the map. Speaking of those two gates, Mississippi is going to scout them out.
Mm-hmm.
The factory was delayed a little bit here, so his tank is coming out.
These two Nexus are nice for Protoss, but his pro count is so low, actually. His economy is not as good as you might think with two Nexus.
However, this does allow him to Nexus production to kind of...
That's true. Absolutely true.
Catch it up. So, actually,
for the Terran.
He's going eBay. He's afraid of the DT right here. He's not thinking of a second Nexus.
His SCV's going to get to the natural and he's going to be like, damn, what have I done?
Yeah, because he went tank first.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he had gone Vulture, he could have sent it across. It wouldn't have done very much. We actually have a cannon that walls it off. Not against the SCV.
If he made Vulture before Shock, I think it could have been possible for him to get in, or at least StarCraft would frantically have to make more pylons.
I think it's tank first because of potential Dragoons after this point.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, that's true.
I like the tank.
But he made the bunker as well. So he's obviously expecting a super aggressive follow-up. I mean, I don't know what he must be thinking now that he's seen that natural. Because he's in a terrible spot now.
Yeah, missile turret coming up doesn't help him against the second Nexus.
Imagine that if you could fly the Nexus over and just land it on stuff.
Oh. Took one hit.
Starport, okay, he's going to try and do it with drops. And actually, that could be so bad, because there's no gateways up inside the main yet. Oh, okay, there's one coming now. Still.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
And you know what? You can drop behind the natural here, potentially without being detected, set up tanks.
Oh, yeah, that's true. One thing we do have to remember, though, is it seems like he likes to go with a cannon in his mineral lines when he thinks drops are coming. We don't know if that's...
Right. And look, he's setting up a pylon behind his natural now. Seems like he's all over it.
Got Templar Archives on the way, so maybe he goes for Fast Storm or DTs. Oh.
Alright, we do have him mining up. Yeah, it's amazing how going for that DT in the last game really completely can screw up the Now we could see him mine up these gates.
They are still producing. You know what? He is making a DT after all, because you go for that Templar Archives. But it wasn't that one base DT rush he was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking possibility of 2-base Harb here. It could be okay because the natural is so delayed for Qikz.
Well, he still has no robo.
Lost the goon there.
If Terran can get mines out, taking the third's going to be tough, but it looks like the probe's going to go pretty much just the right time for the Vultures and get across the map.
Okay, I think he's going to send the Zealots in to take out the mines, but there is obviously the turret here.
Yeah, he doesn't know about the turret, and that's going to be a bit of a shame for Reaver, losing that DT for free pretty much. Yeah, he immediately turns around when he sees that turret, because he knows he's not getting in there. But still, it's tough for Terran to take the low ground now. He's still a mine/turret crawl his way out.
Vulture's going to take out the top right probe. Oh,
not
reflected the
Nexus.
Nexus.
That's sick, man.
Mines do get out to stop these DTs though, so that's quite good for Qikz. He can get his CC down here now and set up a turret. Oh, he cancels that. I mean, I'm surprised he cancelled that, because I think he probably could have gotten over there and kept it up. Oh, but he lost his only Dragoon, didn't he? I forgot he only had one.
Okay, so...
No, he had 3 Dragoons, but he lost all of them to mines.
Oh, right, yes, that's right, he made 2 more.
Stargate is up, so we are going
so we
2 base
double
farm.
Stargate.
Oh, he canceled that
Carrier,
next.
dude. It's Carrier.
Oh, okay. Duh.
You wouldn't go straight to Stargate for two base
I
arm.
don't know why I'm stuck on this Arbiter idea.
Yeah, you just really want to see
It's
Arbiters.
because I hate carriers, so I'm not a cannon.
Yeah, 2-base Carrier is like, well, okay, alright. Like, that's pretty full on. That's all I can say about that. I can't really articulate what I even mean about 2-base Carrier, but you know what I'm saying. It's do or die.
Yeah.
But I think when you have delayed a Terran this much, like he's only pumping up 1 factory.
Yeah.
He's just getting his CC out. I think 2-base Carrier is pretty strong here.
But I feel like it would be a much more reliable path to victory if he got a Robo instead, just started taking bases, because the Terran was so economically behind. Now they're on pretty much even footing, because it's naturals getting to
That's
work.
true.
Yeah. The third... I mean, Reaver needs to get a third up soon, even if he's delaying this for 2-base carrier.
Well, he's managed to secure the top right with a DT, and he's going to start a cannon soon and a Nexus.
Yeah.
Thing is, Qikz doesn't have any scans, so there's no way for him to tell the carrier's coming unless he drops right on top of it with his dropship. So if you get them by surprise, they can just kill the Terran immediately.
Yeah, the big question is, does he go in with 2 or does he wait for 4? We've seen some Protosses go in with 2. Now, that's, of course, different timings, but I'm wondering if he just waits for 4 or goes in with 2 here.
He's building additional DTs.
I think unless the Terran leaves his base, he's going to wait for at least 4.
He's got 2 additional DTs in production.
DTs can be super annoying combined with carriers, because if you're not paying attention and like they get in and kill some stuff, you're like, damn, I guess the carriers kill me now.
Yeah, I think... Okay, I'm not sure if he's going to send this DT in, but it does give you some element of map control, because they can't...
absolutely. Well, and another thing, if the Terran does decide to push, they want to take more bases as they're doing it, but a single DT can just sort of shut that down. Because the drop coming in, will they go over to those Stargates? That's going to be what's critical here. Still no scans sealed on DT, but mine's take it out. I think he's going to see the carriers. Oh, he's so close. He's so
The carriers just flew away.
I know, but he hasn't even seen the Stargates. Oh, he was so
I know.
close to seeing that. This is insane.
Yeah,
he scans it! Wow, he scans it when his vultures are right there. That's kind of funny.
See, but he doesn't see the carriers with that.
Oh, that's true, and they're heading straight for his base. But he has 2 Goliaths out already. 2 Goliaths and a turret can probably like hold these off for a little bit, buy him time to get up more Goliaths. So I don't think these 2 carriers are going to be that dangerous.
They are going to have 8 interceptors, though.
Well, after a little while.
I know. Well, no, I mean they're building them already.
Probe transferring. Unfortunately, Qikz missing a critical opportunity to pick those off because those mines saw those. He's pushing out though because he realizes, wait, Protoss has like 0 ground army. Let me just
wait, he might just try to take out these turrets and send in DTs.
Ooh. Well, he's carriers there.
Yeah.
He's going to try and focus fire on carriers instead of the interceptors. We'll force him to pull back a bit, but these 2 Goliaths probably aren't enough, especially not with range. Without range, rather.
He did take out the shields fully on one.
Yeah, Goliaths are pretty good units, huh? But here, he's going to try and pick up a tank or 2, and every tank counts a lot, especially in this low econ kind of game. There goes 1.
Yeah, whittling the tank count down so his goons just don't die is pretty important, but...
What goons? What
yeah,
goons?
exactly. That's
He doesn't have any ground army.
He literally has
a goon.
And a DT at his 3rd.
Yes, that's his army.
For his DT,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I guess obviously Qikz doesn't have all the information, but in this kind of scenario, going like pure Vulture Goliath is probably going to be pretty good.
He's actually going
right
to take
around
out...
the map. The carriers can't catch you.
He's going to try to take out the starport.
That's an interesting target choice.
Well,
it's very annoying to go back to.
In fact, he doesn't have a science facility, so he won't be able to get those upgrades. Oh, he has started it, but hey, that's not that hard for the Protoss to pick off.
Oh, it's red.
Okay, I guess he's not going to... I don't know. If he picks up the science facility as well, that's a big deal, because you're slowing down Terran's upgrades so much if he has to create the starport, then the facility.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be able to get his doctors up for the eventual scout switch.
No, you only need an armory for that.
Okay,
but
we do
pick
have
off the science facility, actually, so I will agree with you that it wasn't that great a pick off then.
5 vultures, 6 vultures, but there's 2 cannons and a DT.
Yeah, nowhere near enough for this.
I would have liked to see him.
Oh,
get some
3 tanks.
Can't at the choke. Okay, there's a DT here though.
Ooh. Well, he does have scans now though, so as long as the vultures back it up, and the carriers will take so long to get here. Yeah, he could just take out his cannon and start killing probes. If the probes try and run, the vultures can probably get them. So this is a nice move, I think, because he doesn't. Oh, the mines! The mines hitting the reinforcements. Oh, that's so huge. Doing so much damage. Oh, they take out the probes. Oh, the probes are so screwed right now. Caught between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, DT's taking out the tanks though.
Oh, that's so nice. Will he scan and hit those faraway probes? It looks like the tanks will be taken out first. There's only one cannon left. The vultures could definitely come in and kill all these still.
But now the carriers are back.
The vultures can still do it if they do it right now. Looks like they will. Hitting the Nexus with the first volley. Okay, well he waited a bit too long, but he's still going to get quite a few probes. Only 3 probes left there, so still definitely a lot of damage going down. But Qikz does not have a third base.
Well,
we now have ground army.
Qikz is actually taking the forward turret at the...
Yeah, the mineral only there,
like
yeah.
the 4? No.
You can't say it's the 3 o'clock, because that'd be the one over there, right?
The 3 o'clock in
Ooh,
one. But
we got
the
5
center
carriers.
Ooh.
5 carriers and no additional ones being produced at the moment. He's going straight into ground army.
+1. Terran only has +1 on his Goliath, so this is going to be a tough fight for him. That XCV going down pretty annoying for Terran.
DT2.
Yeah. Yeah, and he wasn't able to get those volleys on his carriers because he knew he just had to take out that DT. This is not that many Goliaths for 5 carriers. This is a real tough situation for Terran.
And we've got pure ground army being produced.
Yeah, that's quite smart. The Zealots, in fact, just hitting straight in. Oh no, they're stopping at that bridge, but still, they're there as a threat, and he has to cancel that CC.
We could take the 4th see the 4th Nexus taken at the 9 o'clock position.
That 3rd
looks like he's cannoning up.
The 3rd, that was just questionable. Taking the 6 would have been way better.
Mm-hmm. And now he can hit the... a lot of turrets there, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess killing the turrets is nice and get into some of the Goliath range.
Well, I think, to an extent, that's what Terran wants you to do, though. They want you to hit the turrets while the Goliaths can pick off interceptors. So yeah. I don't know about this. I mean, obviously he's sort of overpowering the Terran and can get away with this, but I don't think it was a great move, necessarily.
I think it's just kind of forcing money to be spent at the Terran.
Yeah. When Terran's on such low economy as well, just these 2 bases.
Sending a Zealot to the bases just to make sure.
And one thing I want to point out is that Polaris has the 3rd has the double gas, so for carrier production, that is quite nice. I mean, on some maps it's a struggle to get enough gas. Polaris, you got tons, so.
Doing the
StarCraft is securing the 4th Nexus, as you were mentioning.
Yeah, this
doesn't put it down quite yet.
I don't like this angle from PsyonicReaver, but at the same time.
Yeah. This is like the last thing you think he wants to do with his carriers, because he's just going to bleed interceptors. He's not picking off any Goliaths, he's picking off turrets, but that's not that big a deal for Terran. Okay, well, one might go down. I guess he's keeping Terran back, because Terran cannot leave while this is happening, I suppose. Well, he's focus firing one of those carriers with turret.
Yeah, he actually might get caught pretty out of position here. Qikz is pushing up with the tank.
Well, I don't know, I feel like Qikz should have just stayed and defended, because...
I feel like if he pushes this, I feel like if he pushes this 3rd, he just gets sandwiched by the Protoss units in the
but it's such a choky position. If he can get through the narrow choke and sort of set up there, how is Protoss going to come at that? There's no easy way. I agree that the army is not as big as it needs to be to take this on, but he could just get a really good engage.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But I think he's kind of going to be right in the jaws of the Protoss here, where he's flanked by the army. He's only got 5 siege tanks. Well, and he's right next to the rally of the gates. Oh, more carriers are being made.
Still no 3rd CC, so this has to do a lot. I mean, taking out those probes is a good start. But now the game is up. He knows where the army is. Protoss coming from everywhere. 2-1 is done, though.
Alright, we have... Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Goon's thinning the Goliath numbers. All he needs to do. Tanks are out of position.
Well, all the tanks Yeah, tanks can't really do much though, because
Yeah.
if the Zealots and Goons
He
get on
takes
top of
down
the
one
Goliaths,
carrier. But the
that's not
carriers are
enough,
going to
though.
take down the tanks.
Yeah, like you were saying, you were absolutely right. Avanhokie, I should have listened. Yeah, this army's gone.
Wow. I mean, Qikz
Cleaning
just
it
getting
up.
owned here.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after the sort of failed 2-gate, Reaver just maneuvered him perfectly to regain an advantage, really.
And yeah, just resetting that tank count obviously
Yeah,
is
yeah,
brutal.
yeah.
And
Well, I don't see
additional
what Qikz can
carriers.
do from here, because I keep saying his third base only just started.
And he picked off 2 carriers there, which is nice, but there's 2 more carriers and
Yeah,
more carriers
exactly.
being produced.
Thing is, even every carrier he picks off, how much is he spending? Because Protoss' capacity to replace that is so much more.
Not to mention that these annoyances with the turrets are just costing him
Yes.
minerals that can be units.
Yes. And there's not that many Goliaths here this time. This could actually be really dangerous. Oh, that tank's in the wrong place. He's not going to focus it this time. That's a lucky tank.
Yeah, clearing a lot of these turrets, just passive damage getting done, forcing out. I mean,
Yeah.
Qikz is not actually going to be able to have enough money to replace those this time.
Yeah.
So,
oh, and while this is happening, the third CC is undefended.
I think it can just get cancelled by this army.
Yeah, he will, for sure. Oh, he scans it and he knows he's screwed. Yeah, I guess that's the main thing about these engagements at the main, is he's not really trading efficiently, but he's just keeping the Terran where he wants him.
yeah, that's the thing. And now there's no turrets. He can just come in with these carriers, get right on top
Well,
of
it looks like he
production.
might barely be able to save it. Oh, it's so close. No, it's going to go down. Oh, no cancel either.
Ooh, he's
Ouch.
losing a lot of goons there.
Well, yeah, but at the same
There's also
time, the carriers
carriers
come in the
over
main
the
again.
factories.
The CC died with no cancel. I think it's totally worth it for Protoss, because he's sitting on 4 bases. He can afford to throw a few goons away.
Well, the real issue is how long it takes to produce that many goons. The real issue.
Well, he's got 7 gates set up home. Sorry, no, is that 6? I can't count.
And negated the 4th.
Yeah. Although I don't think he's going to produce from that much.
Yeah.
At least not at this point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Qikz resorting to long distance mining now because his main's gone. And another ground army's just going to come up. There's only 3 tanks there. I think this little force could actually deal with that.
He's hitting 2 carriers.
Ooh, that could be nice to caught those. He still might get it. In fact, it looks like he will.
Yeah, I think he'll get 1.
Oh, one more hit. One more hit. There we go. Now it goes. Boom. That's quite nice. But these Goliaths now they're like, oh wait, we shouldn't be here. Yeah.
And a DT in the mix.
And that's GG. Wow.
Man, PsyonicReaver winning 2-0.
Yeah, just controlling that game, really. Just forcing the Terran to go exactly where he wanted, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well played. He
Yeah,
played the
very
maps
well
really
done.
well, and that's something you touched on. Neblime is, or I don't know, one of you touched on it. Is the restraint of not just continuing to produce even more zealots after that position was lost.
More
He went
zealots,
back,
yeah.
took a fast natural, got some cannons up to defend the vultures. And then he played that game right into carriers. Polaris is a really good map for carriers because you got that gas, and he played that both games really well. So congratulations to him. I'm looking forward to seeing more of his games. He's an unorthodox player in a lot of ways, old school, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah, very, very powerful. Sort of at like, I'd say both games he really dictated the way that his opponent has to play, which is very strong.
Well, and in the first game, Qikz did not play the way he would have had to play, so he just lost.
Well, yeah, but that's also part of like setting the tone.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was on Circuit Breakers, and Qikz hates that map. FSC.
Yeah, but another thing about Polaris is as we saw, he's able to float those carriers over that right corner, and you really can't do anything. You'd have to like run your Goliaths all the way around to chase it, which isn't like reliable. You can't like flank the carriers there.
Yeah.
So it's a good carry map.
Yeah, well played both guys.